Okay, so we're ready to do week 3. We want to start on the course content page, and our weeks are here, week 1, week 2, and here's week 3. So we click week 3. These are our things to do this week, and this is the density download file, and here is the place where you're going to turn in your homework when you're finished. If we click the download file, your instructions will come up. The title of this lab is Density is a Characteristic Property. Then you'll write your own purpose. Replace this blue writing with 2 to 3 complete sentences giving the reasons for the lab. Then we'll have background and procedure. You want to write your purpose, procedure, and background before you begin your lab. Okay, so now we're ready to do the fun part. We're back to course content and click on Laboratory Simulations. And the Density Lab will come up. I think there's one screen in between with an introduction. I wanted to show you this screen because I wanted to show you this blue box. You want to right-click it and open it in a new tab. If you do that, you'll be able to see the instructions, which are on this tab, and you'll also have your lab on another tab, so you can flip back and forth. We'll start our lab. We'll wear our goggles or our lab coat and our gloves. Okay, so we'll want to put the balance on the table. Make sure it's set on grams and that we've zeroed it so that it is 0. Well, the first thing your lab asks you to do is to weigh the graduated cylinder. Let's zero our balance again and pick up our graduated cylinder. Make sure you set it on the back of the balance so that it's on the balance, not in front of it. Okay, so it's 75 grams. So you put 75 grams in this column. The mass of the graduated cylinder doesn't change. So this column right here gets the mass of the graduated cylinder. To add water, we come up and grab the water, and I believe we're supposed to add 10 milliliters. I've forgotten exactly what you're supposed to add, but you add it, and then you can read the balance. You can also zoom in and see where the 10 milliliter mark is. 10 milliliters, there's the 5, the 6, the 7, the 8, the 9, there's the 10, and that gray mark is right on the 10. So we have exactly 10 milliliters. Okay, so go back to... So the total mass of the water and the graduated cylinder was 85. So we'll write 85.000. It's important to put those zeros in there. If you subtract the total mass of the graduated cylinder and the water from the mass of the graduated cylinder alone, you'll get the mass of the water, and that goes here. The volume of the water we read off of the graduated cylinder. In our case, it was 10 milliliters. To calculate the density, we'll take the mass and divide it by the volume, and that'll give us the density of the water. We'll do the same thing with ethanol and with an unknown. Each time, you'll need to check the volume of the liquid and the mass. Okay. Let's get down to this. This needs to be fixed. Okay. I've got some numbers in here. They will disappear by the time you get this. The mass of the iron is the mass that you put in. So let's zoom out. And we'll put this graduated cylinder to the side for now and put another graduated cylinder on here and add some water. And we're going to add 15 milliliters. I think your directions are different, but add 15 milliliters. And we're going to add some iron. And we add 10 grams of iron. I think we have 20. So back to this. You'll put the mass of the iron here. It'll be 20. The starting volume of the water, I put in 15, so I'll put 15. The final volume of the water, I'll have to read off the graduated cylinder. So this is the 10. So this big mark here is the 15, 16, 17. I think we're between the 17 and the 18, so I'm going to say 17 and a half. Okay, so the volume of the iron is going to be the difference in the starting volume and the final volume. So it'll be 2.5. The density of the iron will be calculated by taking the mass, which is 20, and dividing it by 2.5. And I'm not going to do that calculation. It'll be 20 divided by 2.5. I expect you to do the math on that. Okay. You're going to do the same thing then with aluminum. We have directions here for how to do a graph without leaving word. So that's kind of will be handy. And then we're going to do an unknown metal. Make sure that you write a well-crafted conclusion and answer the two problems. And then you can turn your lab in. And I will look forward to seeing what you turn in.